Mr. Golf, Fred Geffen here. I had to take a moment or two or three today to offer a suggestion to you out there. If you're having a problem with solid grip and solid contact, I've had that for 100 million years. And I came up with something that I'd probably done a long time ago and got away from. But I'm getting back to it now. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work out. We're going to have to wait and see on that one when it comes time to hitting off the real thing, as it were. But here, as far as my flight deck and my spornia are concerned, it's been working really well. And what is that? It is hooding the club when you hit your balls. Hooding the club, Mr. Golf, what is that? You say. Basically, it's closing the club head down just a little bit. And I'll explain why I stumbled back into it again. I've always had an issue. Can't grab all the way down. That's not good, way too far. For a long time, I was all the way up here because this actually screwed my thumb up. Gotta love golf. We could go through the entire body and cover all the parts that golf has screwed up for me over the years. But anyway, for a long time, I couldn't comfortably extend. Not like that. I was always like this. It made it very weak, especially at the top. A lot of times I would feel like I was losing the club at the top. At one point, I finally said, screw it, and I just put my thumb there, which makes things a lot more solid. But even so, here's a point I'm getting to about hooding the club face. When you set up a dress, you want to technically, probably, set up as close to square. That's what they tell you, okay? So this is square. If your club face was going to be open, this of course is all for a right-handed golfer. If you're, by the way, you can take a moment to gaze on these babies. Don't get no prettier than that. Anyhow, so here's square. Here would be open. That's great if you're trying to hit a cut and you want to square your body weight and everything else. We'll get back to that maybe in a moment. But here's the deal. When you hold your club this way, you're going to feel the weight is kind of centered. It's like right there. And it just goes straight down. And when you open it, you're throwing a little bit of weight to the side, so now it's going to feel like the weight is over here. What happens a lot is in this neutral position, it's very easy to deflect the club head, which means if you miss a sweet spot anywhere up towards here, my misses, by the way, tend to be towards the toe, not so much towards the heel. But I've constantly, for 100 million years, if I hit it great, it still doesn't feel super powerful. It always feels, to me, like the club was wanting to come out of my hands. So, I noticed that here, while it feels neutral and it would take like nothing to fling it open, if I instead just did that, just from there to there, closed it, hooded it, whatever you want to call it, just that little bit. Now, it feels like it's in my grip. The strength, all the weight is right there. Right there. Right there. It's not like it's trying to force me open. It's boom, sitting right solid. Right there, just that little bit. Now, that being said, if you go ahead and you swing that way, chances are you're going to yank the living daylights out of everything. So how do we avoid yanking the daylights out of everything? Well, there are two ways you can do it. It's interesting the way I've ended up doing it, and I'll show you in a moment. Basically, I'm taking the club way outside, coming back in and under. I don't have an issue with coming from the inside. I don't believe you have a natural swing or natural ball flight. It all depends on what your body does. If your body is set up to hit a cut, it's going to hit a cut. If you then set up and learn what you need to accomplish to hit a draw, meaning you're not doing this, basically you're just doing that. You're just coming from underneath and the inside. But anyway, you know, you decide what your natural shot is going to be for 100 million years. I didn't know any better. I opened up, boom, and I you know, took it out here and came across, and I hit cuts. Eventually, when I started playing for real, I got to the point where, ew, I don't like to look at that. I can do it if I need to, but I would much rather impress people by having my ball go to the left. Notice how I didn't say from right to left. If it goes to the left, the only place it could have come from was the right. Anyhow, so that's the deal. I tried it. I'm going to try it for you now. There are two ways you can do it. Now notice, I'm setting up normally. Oh, here's the thing I forgot to mention. What seems to happen is even though I'm here, you don't want to hit the ball this way. That's not going to work. Evidently, and it seems a bit more when I take it outside. I'll show you both ways. Evidently, when all is said and done and I finish and I turn and I come through to get in impact position, even though it still feels strong in my hand, take a look where the club is. Square. Okay, now whatever adjustments I've made to get to that position, notice the club is square, which is what you want. So I've got a more solid feeling grip, but the club seems to be, for whatever, you know, mechanical reason, is coming back to square at impact. You'll watch where it goes into the net. I'll do one just inside. Keep it inside to show you that. Okay. That was, you know, just solid. And I love the sporting, it comes right back to my feet. But what I have been doing, which seems to free the swing up a bit for some reason, as opposed to just, you know, forget doing it open and forget doing it closed, just starting from a square stance, which, by the way, it's always good to have a straight line. I don't need an alignment rod. I've got my 3/4 inch on top of 1/4 inch plywood, which puts me at the same height. 1 3/4 inches is my flight deck. I pop these puppies on, gives me the same inch my golf shoes have, and I'm hitting from the same height. Anyway, so point being, as opposed to coming straight back inside, I did this little loopy thing, and watch who this looks like, assuming I do this correctly. Huh? Freddie Couples, right? He doesn't take it outside, but up at the top and the turn and the dip. I looked the first time I watched it on video. I was like, holy crap, look at that. Anyway, so there's a thought. I have never felt a more solid hit in the, you know, 8,000 years I've been playing golf. So try hooding your club a little bit, whether you keep it straight back or whether you do a little loop-de-doo, a little overwork of a Lee Trevino type of thing. If you end up looking like Freddie Couples, it ain't the end of the world. So that's it. Thank you so much for spending these, oh my goodness, 8 minutes and change. I'm supposed to say, if you like the video, hit you like it. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can be one of the top 10 people subscribing to my channel. You can be one of the first 10. That's it. We love you. Till next video, which I'm going to do, show you how to make every 3-foot putt, every straight, flat 3-foot putt you ever try for the rest of your life. That's it. I'm gone. Till next time. Peace out. I step out of the side here like, you know, I'm exiting gracefully. And then say boop.